Picture this scenario because I guarantee it happened to you in the last 72 hours. You're scrolling through your phone, probably when you should be sleeping, and you see it. A notification. Flash sale. 60% off. Ends at midnight. Your heart rate increases slightly. You weren't shopping for anything. You didn't wake up this morning thinking about this product. But now, suddenly, there's a timer counting down and your brain is screaming at you that you're about to miss out on an incredible deal. So you click. You add to cart. You enter your credit card information that your phone has helpfully saved. And within 90 seconds, you've spent $87 on something that didn't exist in your consciousness 5 minutes ago. You tell yourself, but I saved $130. I'm actually making money on this deal. But what if I told you that mathematically, you didn't save anything? What if I told you that the discount, the urgency, the percentage off, and the dopamine hit you got from clicking purchase are all part of a psychological warfare campaign designed to make you spend money you wouldn't have spent otherwise? You think you're a savvy shopper hunting for bargains, but after we analyze the behavioral economics of your brain, the math proves you might be losing hundreds or even thousands of dollars a year to discounts. My name is Bobby, and I spend way too much time obsessing over the invisible manipulation tactics that turn rational humans into compulsive buyers who convince themselves that spending money is the same thing as saving it. If you are someone who has a closet full of clothes with tags still on them, or if you've ever justified a purchase by saying, but it was on sale, or if your credit card statement makes you feel confused because you can't remember buying half the stuff on there, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Because today, we aren't talking about budgeting tips. We are talking about a cognitive hack, not one performed by hackers on computers, but one that retailers perform on your brain every single time they show you a crossed-out price next to a lower price. We are going to calculate the true cost of discounts. And I have to warn you, once you understand this mechanism, you will never look at a sale the same way again. Here's the fundamental lie we've all internalized since the first time we went shopping with our parents. We are told that getting something for less than full price means we saved money. If a jacket is marked down from $200 to $80, we saved $120. That feels amazing. That feels like winning. That feels like we beat the system. But in the world of personal finance, saving money means keeping money you already have. It means money staying in your account. It means your net worth going up. If you spend $80 on a jacket you weren't planning to buy, you didn't save $120. You spent $80. Your bank account is $80 lighter. Your net worth decreased by $80. Yet, when it comes to discounts, we perform mental gymnastics that would make an Olympic athlete jealous. We reframe spending as saving. And the retailers know this. They've spent billions of dollars studying your brain, and they've discovered the exact psychological triggers that make you open your wallet. Let's perform a brutal audit of a hypothetical shopper in this economy. Let's call her Sarah. Sarah considers herself a smart shopper. She never pays full price. She waits for sales. She uses coupon codes. She's proud of this. But let's track Sarah through a single month and calculate what her discount hunting actually costs her. Week 1. Sarah gets an email. Her favorite clothing brand is having a 40% off sale. She wasn't planning to buy clothes. Her closet is full. But 40% off feels significant. She browses the website just to see what's available. She finds a dress. Original price $150, now $90. She thinks, I'm saving $60. But here's what actually happened. Sarah spent $90 she wasn't going to spend. That $90 could have stayed in her account earning interest, or could have gone toward her credit card debt that's charging her 22% interest annually. The opportunity cost of that $90 over a year is nearly $20 in interest charges she's still paying. So that dress actually cost her $110 when you factor in the debt. But it gets worse. Week 2. Sarah is at Target. She needs toothpaste. That's it. Just toothpaste. But Target has strategically placed a display at the front of the store. Buy 2, get 1 free on home goods. Sarah doesn't need home goods, but her brain does the math. If each item is $25 and she buys 2, she gets $25 of value free. That's a 33% discount. She'd be stupid not to take advantage of this. So she buys $50 worth of candles and picture frames she didn't come for. She spent $50 to save $25. Her net position is negative $50. But she feels smart because she got free stuff. Week 3. Amazon Prime Day. This is the Super Bowl of discount manipulation. Sarah gets 47 emails in 24 hours. Lightning deals. Limited quantities. Countdown timers. She buys a kitchen gadget she's never heard of for $35, marked down from $70. She buys a book bundle for $18 because it's $8 cheaper than buying the books separately, even though she has 6 unread books on her nightstand. She buys a subscription to a service that's 50% off for the first year, which means she's now locked into paying full price next year or dealing with the hassle of canceling. Total spent, $127. Total saved according to Amazon's math, $183. Actual amount saved, negative $127. Week 4. Sarah is scrolling Instagram and sees an influencer promoting a skincare product with a discount code. 25% off plus free shipping. The influencer says this product changed her life. Sarah has perfectly functional skincare products at home, but this is a limited time offer. She spends $68. The product arrives. It sits on her bathroom counter. She uses it twice. It's fine, not life-changing. After 3 months, it expires and used. That's $68 in the trash. But it was 25% off, so somehow it feels less wasteful in her mind. Let's do the math on Sarah's month. She spent $355 on things she wasn't planning to buy. According to the retailer's math, she saved over $400. But her bank account is $355 lighter. If we extrapolate this over a year, Sarah is spending over $4,000 annually on discounts. If she invested that $4,000 every year for 30 years at a 7% return, that's over $400,000. Sarah isn't saving money with discounts. She's spending her retirement. She's spending her financial independence. She's spending her future freedom. And the cruelest part? She feels good about it. She feels smart. She feels like she's winning. This is the discount deception. You have been tricked into believing that spending money you weren't going to spend is the same thing as saving money because the price is lower than some arbitrary number a retailer made up. And look, I know what you're thinking. But Bobby, sometimes I actually need things and I wait for them to go on sale. That's legitimate savings, right? And you're partially correct. There is a difference between strategic purchasing and reactive purchasing. If you need a winter coat, and you know you need a winter coat, and you wait until February when winter coats go on clearance to buy that winter coat, you have executed a smart financial move. You've reduced the cost of a necessary purchase. But here's the test. Ask yourself this question: would I buy this item at full price if the sale didn't exist? If the answer is no, then you don't actually want the item. You want the feeling of getting a deal. You're not shopping for products. You're shopping for the dopamine hit of feeling like you outsmarted the system. And that dopamine is expensive. The retailers understand this better than you understand yourself. They've weaponized behavioral economics against you. Let's talk about the specific tactics they use. First, the anchor price. That crossed-out number next to the sale price? That's often completely fabricated. Many retailers will mark up an item to an inflated price, never actually sell it at that price, and then mark it down to the price they always intended to sell it for. You think you're getting 50% off. You're actually paying exactly what they wanted you to pay, but now you feel grateful for the privilege. Second, artificial scarcity. Only 3 left in stock. Sale ends in 4 hours. Limited quantities. These phrases trigger your fear of missing out. Your rational brain shuts down. Your primitive brain takes over. That primitive brain evolved to hoard resources when they're scarce. Retailers are hacking your evolutionary biology to make you panic buy. Third, the decoy effect. They'll show you 3 options. Option 1 is cheap, but looks terrible. Option 3 is expensive. Option 2 is moderately priced and on sale. Your brain automatically gravitates to option 2 because it feels like the smart compromise. But all 3 prices were designed to manipulate you into buying option 2. You didn't make a choice. You were guided to a predetermined outcome. Fourth, bundling. Buy more, save more. Spend $100, get free shipping. Your brain does the math and decides that spending $100 to save $8 on shipping is logical. But you only needed $40 worth of products. You just spent an extra $60 to save $8. You lost $52 in that transaction, but it feels like winning. The system relies on you being too busy, too tired, and too dopamine deprived to recognize these patterns. They rely on you equating spending with saving. They want you to feel smart while you're being systematically separated from your money. So what is the solution? How do we break this psychological trap? The answer is not to never buy anything on sale. We're not trying to pay full price out of spite. The solution is to implement a defensive system that protects you from your own brain. Here's the framework. First, create a needs list. Before any sale happens, write down the things you actually need. Be specific, not clothes, but one pair of black work pants. When a sale happens, you only look at your list. If it's not on the list, it doesn't exist. The sale is irrelevant. Second, implement the 48-hour rule. When you see something on sale that triggers that purchase impulse, add it to your cart, but don't check out. Wait 48 hours. If you still want it after 48 hours, and you can explain why you need it without mentioning the discount, then consider buying it. You'll find that 80% of the time, the desire evaporates. That's how you know it was manipulation, not need. Third, calculate the true cost. Before you buy something on sale, ask yourself, what is the opportunity cost of this money? If you spend $100 on a discounted item, that's $100 that can't go toward debt, can't go toward investments, can't go toward experiences that actually improve your life. Is this item worth more than the alternative uses of that money? Usually, the answer is no. Fourth, unsubscribe from everything. Every marketing email you receive is a psychological attack on your bank account. Unsubscribe from retail emails. Unfollow brands on social media. Delete shopping apps from your phone. If you need something, you can manually go to a website and buy it. But stop letting retailers have 24/7 access to your attention. Fifth, track your discount spending separately. Create a category in your budget called Sale Purchases. At the end of each month, look at how much you spent on things you bought primarily because they were on sale. That number will horrify you. Let it horrify you. Use that horror as motivation. The biggest shift is philosophical. You have to rewire your definition of saving. Saving is not spending less than an arbitrary number. Saving is keeping money. Saving is your bank account balance going up. Saving is your net worth increasing. If money leaves your account, you didn't save it. You spent it. The discount is irrelevant to that fundamental truth. I want you to run an experiment this month. Every time you're about to buy something because it's on sale, write down the item and the price. Then don't buy it. Wait a week. After a week, review your list. Ask yourself if you still want each item. Ask yourself if you even remember why you wanted it. You'll discover that most of the desire was manufactured by the sale itself. That's evidence of manipulation, not need. We are living in an era where retailers have unprecedented access to our psychology. They know what triggers us. They know how to make us feel like spending is winning. Don't let them win. Recalculate what saving means. Protect your attention. Build friction between impulse and purchase. Because the gap between what you earn and what you spend is where your freedom lives. And every dollar you don't spend on a discount you don't need is a dollar that actually belongs to you. If this video made you rethink that cart full of sale items, share it with a friend who has a storage unit full of bargains. We are all being targeted by the same psychological warfare, but we can think our way out of it together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.